Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a way of thinking that totally reframes winter. It stops being this season you just have to get through, and instead, it becomes a real opportunity for warmth, for connection, and even for renewal.
This idea is really at the very heart of the art of cozy. It's this practice of finding joy, not in spite of the cold, but actually because of it. So let's explore how that works.
To really get this whole philosophy, we first kind of have to learn its language. And that language comes from three pretty special Northern European traditions.
Okay, first up, we've got Hygge. It's a Danish concept, and it's all about creating these little intimate islands of calm. And look, it's not about being fancy or luxurious. It's about paying attention, to the grain of the wood on a table, the scent of a beeswax candle flickering. It's in those tiny details that we find a way to be truly present with ourselves and with the people we're with.
Next, there's Koselig. This is a Norwegian idea that basically teaches us to find resilience and even joy by actually stepping out into winter, not just hiding from it. The whole idea is that you earn your comfort, and you find this really deep sense of companionship by facing the elements together.
And rounding out our trio is Gemütlichkeit. This is a German term for that joyful, just open-hearted warmth that happens when people gather. It's this generosity of spirit that just says, hey, come sit with us, stay a while. It's that feeling that you truly, truly belong.
All right, so let's start our little tour of spaces that are actually designed to bring these ideas to life. And we're going to start with the really personal inward journey of Hygge.
So check this out. This is the Dream Den. It's this womb-like space that's really designed to make the outside world just fade away. It's built for lying down, for just melting into this soft landscape. And with the music-reactive LEDs and the flame projector, it completely embodies that Hygge focus on safety and real sensory comfort.
And then we have the meditation chapel. This space is all about giving back what the dark season takes away. It blends these beautiful muted folk textiles with modern light therapy, and it uses these dawn simulations to help restore your body's natural rhythms. It's a place where you can just rest and let the light do its work.
Okay, so now let's see how this art of cozy kind of builds outward. We're moving into spaces that embrace the elements and really foster community, and this is where the principles of Koselig and Gemütlichkeit just shine. The winter walk is cozily in its absolute purest form. It's this simple ritual that turns a conversation with nature into a source of really deep connection. It's not about conquering the cold, it's about choosing to meet the world on its own terms, where sometimes the silence says everything.
And this right here points to a core principle. Warmth is just so much more meaningful when it's earned. This whole idea of contrast, it's central to the feeling that we are about to explore.
I mean, think about the outdoor spa, that exhilarating leap from a hot sauna right into the cold snow. It just awakens all your senses. It's that moment of pure shock. You've got heat meeting ice, your breath turns into mist. That's what creates a powerful shared memory. And this illustrates the heart of Koselig just brilliantly.
Now here in the communal kitchen, making dinner goes from being a chore to this joyful social event. The design itself, with the open shelves and all the tools right there, it just invites everyone to jump in. It completely blurs the lines between who's the host and who's the guest.
The Stube? This room is built for Gemütlichkeit. It's anchored by this long communal table, and it's a place where the day's work just dissolves into the night's shared meal and laughter. And they have these little rituals, like passing a single flame to light all the candles, that really mark that transition into a time for connection.
In this space really embodies that cozy connection through creativity. It's this super organized workshop that also invites playful scheming. And it just proves that warmth can also be found in the shared act of just making stuff together.
So, what becomes really clear is that these three philosophies aren't separate ideas at all. Actually, they work together, and they create this beautiful rhythm for living fully and richly in the winter.
So together, they form this cycle of experience, right? You go from the quiet solitude and that inward focus of Hygge to the brave resilience of stepping out into nature with Koselig, and then finally to that joyful sense of belonging you find in Gemütlichkeit.
So, you see, ultimately, this whole practice isn't about escaping the cold or the darkness. It's about actively taking part in creating warmth and light wherever we happen to be.
It reminds us that there's real power in slowness, in community, and in lighting a fire, both a literal fire and a figurative one, against the dark.
It's almost like a quiet rebellion against a world that's always demanding speed, a conscious choice to seek out meaning when everything feels a little cold.
And so, we're left with a question to carry with us, a way to maybe start cultivating this art in our own lives. Thanks so much for exploring the art of cozy with us today.